And we are right back. That didn't take so long, did it?
Please, Desmond.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get in trouble if I don't leave.
Yeah,
And I can't leave
whatever.
until you're in your room.
I first will check the computers. Maybe there's some information and stuff, or I can interact with anything here. Oh, the shaky camera pisses me off. Why? Now
Please, Desmond.
What? I can't?
I'm gonna get in trouble if I don't leave. And I can't leave until you're in your room.
Alright, so I can't speak with anyone? With anything here? No? Computer? Alright, I go in my room. Something new here? Can I do something? A shower would be great. Because I think I smell like... Yeah, I was hours in the thing. Or maybe days. I don't know. Could just go to bed. But I will try to get out. Yeah, there are cameras all over the place, but of course I can just go out here. Can I even get in? No? Cameras just all over the place. There's one, there's another one, and they didn't figure it out yet that I have the access code for my door. Well, let's check the computer. Enter password. Welcome, Vidic. Alright. Oh, there's a really lot to read. Well. Alright. As a general reminder, all employees of Abstergo Industries are prohibited from discussion, corporate policy, proceedings, and projects in light of pending litigation. You are all reminded of Section 2.15 in your employment contracts. You acknowledge and agree that Abstergo has developed such confidential information by the investment of significant time, effort, and expense, and that such confidential information provides Abstergo with a significant competitive advantage in its business. You acknowledge and agree that a breach of this agreement by you will therefore result in irreparable harm to Abstergo, the extent of which would be difficult to ascertain, and in any event money damages will be inadequate as a remedy in the event of such a breach. Accordingly, you agree that in the event of a breach of this agreement by you, Abstergo shall be entitled to injunctive or other equitable relief as the court deems appropriate in addition to any other remedies which it may have available. Should you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact your human resource manager. We thank you in advance for your compliance. And we already read this, I have the feeling. But, oh, I know what you're doing. I know what you did. I saw him. He had a metal ball. It opened. They went crazy, shooting, stabbing, tore each other to pieces. I know it was you people. Saw the logo, heard the name. I'm going to tell anyone who will listen. You'll be exposed. They know the truth. And then you will pay, you crazy bastards. You'll pay. Oh, there's one angry fellow. Do we have an outward? Alright. Found your SSK pay today. Not very important. Nothing. Get back to work, please. Sign. Say right up to. Alright. This is uninteresting. We already read this. Oh. Hurricane season ends, but not in the way you think. Increasingly erratic weather patterns have caused the Global Weather Association to abolish the term hurricane season, once confirmed to the months of June through November, hurricane duration, frequency, strength, whatever, and location have increased to the point where most coastal cities must now live in constant fear of these devastating storms. Abstergo satellite launch postponed. Citing last-minute adjustment to the new all-in-one telecommunications satellite, Abstergo have postponed the launch of the first satellite until December 21. They maintain that their patented technology will allow faster, more reliable data transmission than previous generation satellites, which suffered from delays and interferences. Alright. Tension mounts over Antarctic drilling. The US and EU are once again facing heavy criticism for their decision to begin construction of jointly owned oil platforms in the Weddell Sea. Several supernatural unions opposed the work, claiming it violates the Antarctic Treaty System. The situation has been further complicated by the presence of two naval destroyers said to be in the region for reasons unrelated to the construction. Alan, alright. You told me she wasn't going to be a... Oh, no, wait. We are starting right down here. Somewhere. Mr. Wiccan, I'm hoping you might be able to help me understand why even 5 years after the fact no one is willing to tell me what happened to my... Oh, we already read this too. Your assistant's best, Mr. Wiccan. I will be out starting. I will return October. Emergency contact Jacob's extension. You told me she wasn't going to be a problem, and here she is. Oh. You told me she wasn't going to be a problem. Here she is, stirring up the shit again. Deal with this, Warren. You voted for her. You are responsible for her. Alright. They will return to October in case of emergency. Please contact my assistant. Alright. I see. This was quite informative. I hope I pronounced most of it correct. And if not, you can just pause and fast forward and read it for yourself. If you can't stand my voice that long. Welcome, Lucy. No, I'm not Lucy. Alright, what are the recent ones? Box? Oh, alright. This is the same thing again. What happened to my friend? Thank you for assistance, blah blah blah. Yep, we have that. Wait, you said wind up like Layla. What? You said wind up like Layla earlier. What did you mean? Why did you sign? Okay. Let's read this. Dear Nancy, I'm writing to inquire about the death of a former employee by the name of Layla Marion. I don't know if you were working here at the time, September of 2007. There was apparently some kind of accident, but I'm not able to find any information on the subject. The coroner's office indicated that her file had been sealed. If it was a suicide, why is this information considered so sensitive? Sincerely, Lucy Stillman. Did we already read that? I'm afraid I am. Killed herself with a kid named... something about with a kid named Neumann. I don't dip your pen in the company ink. Now drop it. Fortunately, to respond, to inquire, question to him. Thank you, I don't understand. Difficult to assess. Yeah, we already read it, and there's nothing new? Only some information on the computer about hurricanes and stuff like that. What's this? Can I interact? Nope. Just a shaking camera. Alright. Seems that's about it. Or maybe not. Oh. Just climate control, I guess. I have no I I should have realized by now that I don't have the eagle vision in real life. So, and I could get into, but I won't. Maybe I can get into this now too. Nope. Alright, let's go to sleep. Damn it. Sorry that I didn't realize that fast enough. But, well, things happen. And sleep. Ah, creepy. Hello.
Missed
again.
you this morning, Doc.
Get in the Animus.
What? No, you tell me what this was about. Come on, jerk. Sorry that I spoke over it, but I guess he just asked, "How are you this morning, doctor?" And he responded like a jerk. Can I talk to you?
I need you to lie down, Desmond.
Yeah, but I want to lie down in your bed. Come on. Please comfort me. Oh, alright. Let's go into the Matrix.
Let's go, Mr. Miles. Time's wasting.
Fuck you!
Should you enter a fistfight, guards will not interfere.
Come in, Altair. I trust you're well rested? Ready for your remaining trials?
I am, but I'd speak with you first. I have questions.
Ask then. I'll do my best to answer.
The Merchant King of Damas murdered the nobles who ruled his city. Majd ad-Din in Jerusalem used fear to force his people into submission. I suspect William meant to murder Richard and hold Aqqa with his troops. These men were meant to aid their leaders. Instead, they chose to betray them. What I do not understand is why.
Is the answer not obvious? The Templars desire control. Each man, as you've noted, wanted to claim their cities in the Templar name, that the Templars themselves might rule the Holy Land and eventually beyond. But they cannot succeed in their mission.
Why is that?
Their plans depend upon the Templar treasure, the Peace of Eden. But we hold it now, and they cannot hope to achieve their goals without it.
What is this treasure?
It is temptation.
It's just a piece of silver.
Look at it.
What am I supposed to see?
This piece of silver cast out Adam and Eve. It turned staves into snakes, parted and closed the Red Sea. Ares used it to start the Trojan War, and with it a poor carpenter turned water into wine.
It seems rather plain for all the power you claim it has. How does it work?
He who holds it commands the hearts and minds of whoever looks upon it, whoever tastes of it, as they say.
Then Gagne's men?
An experiment. Herbs used to simulate its effects, to be ready for when they held it.
Talel supplied them. Tamir equipped them. They were preparing for something. But what?
War.
And the others, the men who ruled the cities, they meant to gather up their people, make them like Gagne's men.
The perfect citizens, the perfect soldiers, a perfect world.
Robert de Sable must never have this back.
So long as he and his brothers live, they will try.
Then they must be destroyed.
Which is what I've had you doing. There are 2 more Templars who require your attention. One in Aqqa, known as Sibrand. One in Damas, called Jubair. Visit with the Bureau leaders. They'll instruct you further.
As you wish.
Be quick about it. No doubt Robert de Sable is made nervous by our continued success. His remaining followers will do their best to expose you. They know you come, the man in the white hood. They'll be looking for you.
They won't find me. I'm but a blade in the crowd.
Here, my gift to you, in gratitude for the good work you've done.
Is it? Gimme. Oh, a new song? Defense break. I can defense break now? This is awesome! Oh. Wait, what?
Someone tell me why he's doing that. Is there a reason for this nonsense?
If I want to I want a defense break.
Altair, it seems my students do not fully understand what it is to wield the blade. Perhaps you could show them what you know.
Yeah. Ah, defense break. What am I supposed to do? Right after a step to break your enemy's defense.
Yes! Yes! Perfect.
Ah!
The work of a master.
Yes!
And that, my students, is how
Yes!
we all should fight.
Finally! There's a reason for the evasion step.
You must be busy. I understand. Do not merely hold your blade, become one with it.
Oh, nice. Oh, we are starting here.
Use throwing knives to deal with distant enemies.
It's the hero of Damas. Come in, stay a while. Tell me all about your adventures.
I'm afraid I don't have the time.
I see. Too important for me now.
It's not that.
No, of course not. How may I serve you then?
Al-Muallim has asked I take the life of the one they call Jubair.
Ah, Salah-ad-Din's chief scholar. Strange choice of target in my opinion. But who are we to question the Master's will? I'm sure he has his reasons.
Then you're familiar with the man.
He's been quite busy these past few days, organizing the scholars and sending them into the streets to preach.
What do they speak of?
Light and fire, cleansing sins, apocalyptic nonsense if you ask me. All this talk of paths and a new world.
What about this new world?
Couldn't say. I don't pay attention to the ramblings of madmen. Much too busy with real work.
Very well. I'll walk among the people, see what I can learn. Where would you suggest I search?
South of here, you'll find an academy and a guard tower. They're both good places to search. There's also a hospital to the east you might want to visit.
I'll begin at once.
So eager. You've certainly changed, and for the better, I might add.
Alright, this is where we cut the rope. And I will hopefully see you next time. So stay tuned and I'll be back.